Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, it is new project day. I love these days. Yeah, it's it feels like Christmas. Christmas morning, I'm wrapping a present, seeing what you got. And yeah, it's, this one's a little bit, I'm a little bit nervous on this one, but at the same time, very excited. So yeah, it's a strange feeling to have. Those of you who do salvage and, you know, getting cars, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's a very difficult experience and feeling to express, but yeah, it's excitement but nervous because you never know what you're going to get, especially with this one, this new project, guys. It's a non-runner. I knew it was a non-runner, and I based my figures and my final bid was based on it being a seized engine. Fingers crossed that this ain't going to happen. And yeah, we haven't got to take this engine out and rebuild it, but yeah, it's a non-runner. No risk, no reward. At the end of the day, that is what it comes down to. That's what it boils down to, guys. So yeah, but before we get out there and show you the car, just want to say a massive thanks to all the support, all the comments I was getting. You know, I really appreciate everyone's support on the videos, the channel. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, do the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll still continue doing my content and bringing you videos. So, guys, that's enough waffling. Let's get out there. Let's have a look what I got, and yeah, see if we can sort this out. So let's do it. So guys, there we are. We have a Volkswagen Polo GTI. Another Polo. You would have thought I learned my lesson, but in all fairness, this one is a little bit special compared to the other one. What a lovely car. Honestly, absolute stunning car. I was watching it for about a week on the auction, and just to see what the just to see what the price would go to, just to see what it would fetch. Never thought really that I was going to be bidding on it, but I believe that it went for a good price. So and yeah, the only reason I think that happened though was because it was so far away. This car was bought from Scotland, 400 miles away. So yeah, it was a bit of a gamble. It was a non-runner. It don't work. It don't run. The engine don't run, and obviously the damage is at the front. It is a category N, non-structural. So yeah, it is very risky getting a non-runner, but I believe, and I still believe, that it's gonna be okay in the end. I'm very nervous about this one, but very excited at the same time, and that's because of the actual fact that it doesn't run. So yeah, it's a 1.8 turbo, 190 brake horsepower, TSI engine, and it's done 42,000 miles. So not too bad. Most of the damage is at the front. We have got a little bit of damage at the back. Let's get to the back first and I'll show you that. So it's just down here on this quarter. It's just a little bit scuffy, to be honest with you. Don't think I'm going to get that out with a buffer. Probably get most of it out, but that still needs to go to the paint shop. This is a 2017 reg Polo GTI, so it's got it's fully loaded. It's a lovely car. I love these wheels. It's got a couple of scuffs on these wheels, but nothing major. Like literally, like that is what's on this one. Normally the front ones are the worst because they get curbed the most, because obviously steering and stuff. But there ain't, like, there's a little bulge here, so I'm gonna have to, these tyres are being changed anyway because they're bald. Yeah, they're right on the wear indicators, so there's no tread on these tyres, so that's being changed anyway, so I'm not worried about that. But the actual wheels, the alloys are really good, like really good condition. Yeah, super clean. This is obviously where the most of the damage is. This is where the collision was. And yeah, you can see obviously we've got a bit of damage here on the bonnet. I don't think this is a repairable. This little crease, I don't think it is. I'll be very lucky if I can get this repaired by a body shop, and then whatever happens, it's got to be repainted because it's got scratches all over it. The wings, again, they just need repainting. There's no actual dents in the wings. That's good. Front bumper is obviously completely smashed in, so that needs to be replaced. I have been looking for a front bumper. Very rare. Cannot find these bumpers anywhere. I think it's going to be a main dealer jobby. Just the actual bumper itself, the shell, that's not all the trims, that's not all these little caps, it's not these these trims as well. It's nothing, none of them sort of things. Just this part of the bumper, and it needs painting as well. And the main dealer want £155 for it, so it's quite expensive for the bumper. But I think I'm gonna have to go down that route because I can't find any of them. Because 2017, this actual like model, like spec, like bumper trim, this was only run for 3 years, I believe, from 2014 to 2017. These bumpers were like this. So they're very rare, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but you know, it is what it is. This light here, they're just scratches. There's no cracks in any of this light going around. I think I've got super lucky with this because I didn't want to be changing lights, to be honest with you. These are the LED lights, and I did not want to be changing these. I think they're about £400 each. So yeah, I need to get these scratches out. I believe I can do it with some wet and dry sandpaper. You go over the top of it, and then you cut and polish the headlight back in. So that will save us, you know, a lot of money on that. Yeah, so I think this headlight's okay. Just needs a good clean up. Might flat and polish that just to keep them the uniform. Do you know what I mean? So I might just take off these bits. So yeah, these have got washer jets here. They pop up. The washer jets are underneath there. I can feel it. They're all connected still because they run along this bumper here, top part. But obviously, you know, we need a complete bumper really. But even since you see this top trim, this is actually a trim here running across here, and it's actually separate. You can feel it separate here. So just this trim here, £35 just for that little bit of plastic there at the top. We have got some trims in the back. We'll get to that in a second. I'll just show you around the car, this side of it. This, again, you know, we're going to change the tyre, so don't worry about that. It's bald. But the actual, the scuffing off is a really good condition. I love these wheels. I love them. They're really nice. So, yeah. I think there's just only a few scratches around here, like just wear and tear scratches. Nothing major. There's no dents. There's no major things going on here. Got some good, this needs pumping up I think, but he's got some good tread on these back tyres, so yeah, that will save us a few quid in tyres. But again, the wheel is so good condition, really good condition. And the discs and the pads, I've got no lip on the discs whatsoever, but I will do the normal checks, guys. It will be up in the air, wheels off, sorting out the brakes, discs, make sure, you know, everything's clean. Yeah, there's no lip on those discs whatsoever. They look new. I don't know. It's only done 40,000 miles and it's 2017, so could be original. Could be. I would have thought so for the year. So yeah, nice twin exhaust at the back. I've been looking at these cars online, been looking through YouTube and Google, and these cars absolutely fly. 190 brake horsepower. So I found all these trims in here. Obviously just come from the smash on the front, and they've just thrown them in. But I always check these little bits and pieces. You never know what you're going to find. Like spotlights. I saw the other one in there as well. So there's 2 spotlights in there. But it's trims like, see that trim there? See that trim there? This is that's where the spotlight sits on the front of the bumper, and this black trim here sort of continues with. I'll show you the front. So it sits like that, and then that little top piece there connects to that there black bit, and it just sits there like that. So just that trim there, I've looked into it, just this piece here, £45 just for that. And then these trims, these grills, I think they're £30 each, £40 each. Just, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, it just adds up. Yeah, any trim, any pieces that I can find in the boot is going to help out quite a lot. but I'll have to go through it. I think it's more like sort of screws. You know, these screws like here, screws here, any clips and screws and that sort of stuff. I think it's mainly that really. But you can see there's a bottom trim here. This bottom trim goes on this side of the bumper underneath, sits like that. And you've got this bottom trim underneath that sits on the bumper. Again, these are ridiculous money, these little trims at the bottom. But I've got this one and I've got the other one. So, yeah, you know, every penny really. But let's show you inside. That's the outside of the car. It's nice, it's nice. It's a lovely little car. This little hot hatch upset, it's gonna bloody fly, this thing. So there we go, yeah. It's got a lovely flat bottom, red stitching with a GTI there. Steering wheel controls. This has actually got, I believe, sat nav. I've not turned this car on yet. There's no power to the car, so I'm assuming 6-speed. Yeah, all gears go in and reverse. So that's good. Yeah, there's no power to the car. I haven't checked yet, but I saw in here. Oh, and it got 2 keys. So I've got 2 keys, locking wheel nut, locking keys, so that's good. And I've got a booklet that come with it as well. But no service history. That's the only thing. I'm trying to speak to a main dealer up in Scotland to see if it's bought to them, to see if there's any sort of yeah, all it was just the normal booklets are in there. I've checked right through it just to see, but there isn't. There's nothing. So that's that. So I will try and find some service history. But in here, you can see it's like a little flap. You pull that up, and then in here, you can see it's for the navigation. So it's definitely got a sat nav on this, so that's good. We'll see what that's like when we get some power. So yeah, lovely, these tartan seats, absolutely stunning. Really like them. The back and that. It's a clean car. It is a clean car, to be honest with you. It just needs a bit of loving to bring back to life. You know, put back on the road. And yeah, the damage sorted out, which is at the front. I think we're gonna have to get a bit of power to this car. But anyway, let's I'll get a bit of power to it so we can see the interior in a minute. But let's get down to the actual main damage. So we know that the front is like this. So, you know, bumper, bonnet needs repairing or replacing. You know, it's been pushed along at the bottom, so I'll show you that. So it's got no water in the system at all. I did fill up with just plain water, and it just come straight back out. So that's definitely got a crack in it. The water rad. Don't know about the aircon rad at the minute. I haven't looked at that. You know, and it's been pushed. It's been pushed from underneath, and that's where the problem is when it comes to it not running. This was very risky, guys, but I did allow for it in the price for a complete engine rebuild, and the reason for that is because this could be seized. So no oil, engine seized, engine knackered. And the reason for that, and I'll take you under and show you. Let me show you. Can you see that? And where is it? There it is, right there. Can you see that? So that is the bottom of the sump, which means no oil in the car. It is completely smashed. Even smashed in here, look. Wow. It's just completely smashed in. So that's the sump. Bloody plastic things, but you know, it is what it is. I did know that, and I saw the pictures. You know, it was like this in the pictures. It's just one of them things. And yeah, so the main concern is that it's had a crash, and then someone's continued to try and start the vehicle and had it running, not knowing that there was damage underneath. You know, it could have, you know, someone could easily start it. People at the auction house, the recovery guy that's recovered the vehicle on his truck, he could have started it, not knowing that there was like that. There's loads of things. Even the guy that was driving it, he could have tried to start it and had it running for a little while. There's so many scenarios that this could this could happen. So yeah, very nervous, guys, but you know, I'm still confident that there's going to be money in the car, even though I got it from Scotland. There was no way that I was going to sort of spend my time with the trailer, taking that to Scotland and bringing this back. It just didn't sort of make sense. So as soon as I started seeing the car, I thought, how can I get the car back here without me doing it with the trailer? So I found a guy, and basically he's got a WhatsApp group with about 1,000 different recovery guys all over the country. And basically what he's saying is that, I said, well, it's 400 miles there and it's 400 miles back. So what are you going to charge me? He said, I'll charge you £1 a mile. So straight away, that's £800 to get this car back here. So I spoke to him. I said, look, yeah, I have to leave it, guy, because I can't warrant the £800 to bring it back. And I wasn't going to bid on this car. After knowing that, I thought, do you know what? Yeah, I'll have to leave it. But then he said, well, what the other thing he can do is he has to take things to Scotland and then come back with nothing. So if that's the case, if he has to take something up there, if I win this, he will bring the car back for £400 because it's only 400 miles. From Scotland to here is only 400 miles. So that's £400, £1 a mile. So I thought, okay, you know, it's starting to sort of seem doable. And do you know what? I thought, I'm going to go for it. And I did, and managed to win it. So yeah, super happy with it. It is the most expensive. It is the most expensive car that I have purchased whilst doing all this, guys. It is. It's the newest car as well. So it's the newest and the most expensive car that I've bought since I started doing the salvage and having my own lockup, doing it at home. From the very beginning, this is the, yeah. And not only that, it's the most riskiest one as well, because it's a non-runner. It's just, yeah. But I do believe that you do have to try these things, because you never know. You don't know until you give it a go. And yeah, I believe we're going to be all right on this one if that engine is okay and we haven't got to. If we have got to rebuild it, then I've had a quote. The guy up the road who rebuilds engines all day long, every day. He said 1,500 quid to rebuild it. That's included labour and parts. So I did allow that in the price. When I was bidding on it, I did allow that cost. I got all my costing together before I bidded on the car, and I found that out. So yeah, if it's okay, then we're quids in. We are definitely quids in. But if it's not, then it's no big deal really. Just got to be done, isn't it? So what we've got to do, this is what we've got to do. I've got to get that KA out of the way, because that needs to be put back together, so I can get this Polo on the ramp, get it in the air, so we can do this. And basically what I've got to do is I am going to pull the spark plugs, so there's no compression in the engine whatsoever. There's no force that's stopping you, so you can definitely tell if it's seized or not. So pull the spark plugs first, all 4 of them, go from underneath, and I'm going to turn it over by hand from underneath on this side, and I'll crank it over by hand, and we'll see if it'll just turn over the engine. If it does, it's a good indication that it's not seized, but worst case it is. So we don't know that until we get on the ramp, get it up in the air, and have a good look at it as well. So yeah, there we go. I have got a Sump on its way. It's been delivered. I've ordered it already. As soon as I won the car, I ordered a Sump, and I did go for the plastic one, guys, because I've heard stories of, especially if you follow Saving Salvage, he had a GTI Polo, exactly the same damage underneath. The Sump had cracked and split and broke, and he was lucky. He got away with it, and it wasn't seized, the engine. But what he did was he replaced his one with a metal one, and it was too thin, and the plastic ones are thicker, so the bolts wouldn't fit, and then it caused him all sorts of problems. So I'm going to go down the route of putting back original. It is plastic. I'm going to put plastic back. Got one coming from the main dealer, and it's what I've got to do. So yeah, there you go. That's the plan. I know I've waffled on about it, guys, but I just wanted to explain the whole car, what I've got. But an absolute GTI. I can't believe I managed to win a GTI, and it's a 2017 reg as well. But before I go, let me just clear this stuff out of the boot. I'll reconnect the battery, because what they do on this particular auction that I go to, they disconnect the batteries. It's not like Copart. Copart will just leave the batteries on, drain it out, don't give a toss, and yeah, don't care basically. But this company, they do care, and they actually remove the connections from the battery to stop the batteries going dead, because these batteries are a lot of money in themselves as well. So it's like the fuel. I don't know if there's any fuel in the car, but they don't take the fuel out like Copart. Copart just zip it all out for their own good, but these leave all the fuel inside. So let me quickly throw this gear out, guys. Disconnect the battery back up. Let's get inside. Let's turn it. I won't start it, but I just want to get a bit of power to the car. So I'll do that next, and I'll come back to you. Right, guys. So there you go. See, look, this is what they do. Is that they take this one off. And it just stops the batteries from completely draining out, forcing you to change the battery completely for a new one. We have got some tools in here as well. An Audi first aid kit. Got some cables as well. I think that's for the that's for the ports inside for the entertainment system. Some pieces down here, jacks, tools. So yeah, we'll just put that back on like that. I already can hear that it's got power. Let me just put it under like that. That's it. Yeah, so I can really hear we've got power. The boot didn't shut anyway, because there wasn't no power. So let's have a look, see if it was shut. There you go. Perfect. And we've got a space saver. So let's go and have a look at this car. Now, I'm not going to start this car. Definitely 100% not even going to attempt to turn it over. But I just want to get some power in it. And as you can see there, 42,500. So yeah, let's get the entertainment system up, see if we can get that up. Nice. Window wipers again. Check coolant manual. Yeah, I know that. So let's see if we've got the nav. Where's that nav? Media, phone. Huh? Menu. Start. No. Oh, it's touchscreen. Radio, media, telephone, vehicle. No sat nav. Surely that's what that's for down here. Oh. Okay. It's disappointing. I thought I was. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty cool. Tyre pressure low. Oh, it is actually low. So that's working. Start, stop. Yeah. Okay. Bluetooth. Phone. I honestly thought that I had sat nav on this. Media, phone, vehicle, images. It won't be images. No. Okay. Well, yeah. At least we've got power. Like I said, I'm not going to start the car. We've got no fuel as well, so that's not helping. We'll have to look into this a little bit further when we get on the ramp. But at least we've got some power. Yeah, at least there's power to the car. Oh, I can't believe there's no Volkswagen in. There's an SD card in there. I haven't looked through this car. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. No disc. So maybe that's just an optional extra. Maybe it hasn't got sat nav. It don't look like it, does it? It doesn't say sat nav anywhere. So never mind. But at least we've got power to the car. Windows. Let's try Windows. Yep. Well, that's going to work, isn't it? Yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to leave it there. So there we go. It's a bit of power anyway. I'm going to disconnect that power. I think I don't want to drain the battery. So I'll pull that off. We don't need to use that in a minute. Leave it like that. And then I bet the boot ain't going to shut now, is it? 'Cause I shouldn't have shut that. I'll get it from the back and get it off. Oh, God. Never mind. Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there until the next video on this one. Where I'm going to try, like I said, turn it over by hand, take the spark plugs out, turn it over. Let's see if it's seized or not. Fingers crossed it isn't, but you just never know. It is what it is. And yeah, but it's going to be a lovely car when this is done. Only being a category N, You know, we've only got a front end damage. Inside's pretty clean, and we've just got to get, yeah, just got to get the engine side sorted out. But that's for another video, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the support. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the new GTI. And yeah, we'll start getting to it. This is gonna be a lovely drive. This is gonna be a really, really nice drive. Do I want to start messing around with remapping and sort of? I don't really think I want to be honest with you. I want to try and leave it as stock, so that, you know, it's just a lot easier. I think people sort of are a bit more attracted to cars when they're not been remapped and not been messed about with. If the new owner want to do it, then that's up to them, but I think I'm going to leave it stock. So there we go. I'm sure there's going to be other bits and pieces around the car that I haven't seen. I'm sure there's going to be other damage or other bits and pieces. Fingers crossed there isn't, but you just never know. And we just have to deal with it as and when we come across them. So yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video, guys. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.